All right, let's continue on with the mid-season Mayhem. Your second round of 8 match is beginning in moments. With the commentary on the field is going to be Waypunk and Findable Carpet. Take it away, guys.
Holy cow, we already have Flipside out of the tournament. We have 2 unpredictable teams about to play some unpredictable games, and the Desk Host just called the reigning world champs the worst team in the league. It's mid-season Mayhem, folks. How are you feeling, Carpet?
Fantastic.
I'm excited. I'm feeling fantastic, too.
Well, I get to cast Pillars. Yesterday I didn't get to cast Pillars.
Oh, boy.
And I also get to cast the other map that they just said.
Retro Utopia?
The
NASCAR
the other map. Yeah, the NASCAR map.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they make an agreement where they really just all agree to just go clockwise and counterclockwise.
I love it.
You can't turn around. You just pick up boost in the way.
It'd be
you
so
gotta
great.
keep driving through your own net. There's no other way to do it.
Especially if they did it okay, the third kickoff. Okay, after the first 2 goals get scored or whatever, the third kickoff,
for a while.
we're gonna do it. Yeah, so we're just like, oh, this is a normal game, and then we're like, wait, are they? No way.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun. I would love to see that, but it'd be interesting to see what they pull out here on Pillars as well, a map that really changes up the way the rotation works.
I like Pillars. I think it's cool because if you actually can dribble it up the wall on the pillar on the inside, if you can make it and dribble it up, it just shuttles right into the net.
Yep.
Like that wall is actually angled a bit in and just takes it right in. We don't see a lot because it is getting easily defended. Gibbs are talking about, or Gibbs and Lawler are both mentioning that it does come straight down the middle. You kind of know what's happening. There's not a whole lot of way to get surprised, but I think it's still a fun map.
We got Red Eye here in the orange with Ohmydog in the blue. Let's see how they play this Pillars map. A lot grounded in goal. Going for the
new tactic.
Yeah, going for the AFK strats there.
It actually kind of worked.
Worked out for him so far. Bouncing off the post. They're still got a lot of pressure here. As they're going to be able to get away from that one. We'll see Turbo Pulsa, who is rocking the DeLorean. Maybe the first time we've seen the DeLorean on the RLCS. I love that car choice.
It is. I mean, it's a nice car. I was kind of sad when people stopped using it for a while. It was like one of the most popular cars in the game. I like the animation of the wheels getting kind of inverted.
I think it's the first time, I remember it was the very first time I saw a car release where I was able to play in a game where literally everybody was using that car. I don't think that's happened on any other car release before. It was very popular when it first came out, especially because the wheels, the way they pop up underneath the car whenever it goes into an aerial. So cool. Very, very quiet first minute here between Red Eye and Ohmydog. So Ohmydog now driving towards the goal, but 2 cars there will be able to put it over to the side, and it looks like, is that a sub on the side of Red Eye?
Yeah,
they said
they were using.
Okay, they said that. Did I miss that? Was I zoned out while I was just hyped for this map?
Yeah, we were just getting ready.
There we go. Dadu now trying to pressure this one towards the goal. Could not put it through. Tequila's able to continue that one across the midfield line. 3 players grouped up there for Ohmydog. A lot will be able to carry it over into the offensive territory, but it's shut down immediately by Reshades. Is that how you pronounce it? Reshades?
I think it's Red Hades.
Rez Hades. Got it.
Rez Hades.
Cool. That'll work as Dogu puts this one.
Well, we couldn't do shot set right either, so
that's true. Oh my goodness, Turbo Pulsa using that Back to the Future car, getting that first point on the board.
Right up the middle, a little surprising, straight up. Dogu gets a good touch way up the top. Turbo takes a while to get through though. Dadu and Rez Hades backing up into net. Now, no one contesting it. That's kind of the big mistake there.
With 3:25 left on the clock. Took about a minute and a half to get that first goal in. A lot will clip the post, which buys some space for Dadu to shoot. Turbo Pulsa will be able to save it in goal. He and Dogu will push this one around into the far lane, the outside of the map. Everyone kind of trapped over here as you're really not able to rotate it in the middle without going near the goal. So it can easily get trapped over there in the side lanes. Dadu bounces it back out there into the middle. Now Tequila's trying to pressure it out, but shut down by a lot. Who's got it into a decent position for Turbo, who comes up, takes the shot. Dadu able to bounce it off of his hood, put it away from the goal. Now Rez Hades will try to carry it away.
Pillars has an interesting concept where the wall in the middle actually kind of separates your team in a weird way, but it also forces you to group sometimes. When the ball's on the left-hand side, there's really no point in being in the middle or the right-hand side of the map. But if it's kind of close to an opening, you have to be aware that you're going to be able to change lanes if you need to.
Oh, Dogu with a nice pinch, just kind of sits on the ball, redirects it into the goal, and gets it up to 2.
Dogu following through. There's really nobody here, but he gets up underneath that. Gorgeous read. Probably had to take it off ball cam for a bit, but Dogu follows through.
He's able to get it in there. Right here at halftime, we've yet to see Red Eye score here on Pillars. Probably a map they're not used to playing all that much. But as these maps become more and more common, these teams will continue to get better and better at them as they are now over here in the sidelines. One of the most interesting things about Pillars, it is the only map in Rocket League. Oh man, Dogu just puts another one in here, making it a 3-0 game.
Dogu just finding the angle, Rez Hades getting caught a little too far in the net, and then him and Tequila's bumping each other. They must be happy friendly fire's on, but it still didn't work in their favor, and he gets the angle.
Absolutely. And what I was saying is Pillars is the only map in Rocket League where you have blocked sight lines, where there's areas of the map that you can't see from other areas of the map, which, and as you were saying, it's not really, there's not much of a use to putting your cars into like the middle or the far lane if the ball's on one side, but it does create an opportunity to possibly, quote-unquote, ambush a teammate or ambush an enemy team if you could find some way to use it.
I think it'd be pretty interesting if they had a similar mechanic to Hoops where like the ball could go through the wall, but you couldn't.
Oh, that would be really interesting.
That would be wild.
So you could pass it through the wall to teammates that they couldn't see. That'd be kind of cool. But Turbo now, over here on the far side, gets it past Tequila's, puts it up high. Rez Hades will play it down. And now a lot.
We get a shot.
Nice shot towards the goal, carried away by Dedu. The defense on Red Eye has been decent, especially from Dedu there, but right now they are down by 3, and they really do need to find a way to find some points. It's a nice cross there by Tequila's, but Rez Hades was not able to get an angle on it. With 1:30 left, it's starting to look bad here for Red Eye.
Yeah, Red Eye's definitely grouping up a little bit on the lanes. We see all 3 of them right here. Dedu and Rez Hades going up for the same ball. I mean, sometimes it's just simple Rocket League you still have to try and play, even on a new map.
Tequila's trying to push it through, but shut down by Turbo. Dedu comes up from the back and is able to keep the offensive going, but Tequila's, I think he was going for a back pass, not sure. Maybe it pinched off of an Ohmydog player. Now Rez Hades putting it up the wall. A lot is right there, and then Tequila's will get the counter. Putting it back out to midfield. Final minute. They got to score very, very quickly here if they want to have time to score the remaining 2 that they need just to force overtime. Kind of built themselves into a hole here as Turbo pushes this one towards that backboard. A lot will put it towards the box, but no one in a position to shoot. That'll give ball control back to Red Eye with 40 seconds on the clock. Rez Hades' soft touch will immediately be countered by Alaz. He puts it back into the box, pops it out. Dedu can't get it off that post. He's going to keep it in a dangerous place here, and Tequila's will play it away. With 30 seconds remaining, this one's pretty much all tied up as Ohmydog playing very well. A lot getting another one in there. It's 4-0. This game's over.
4 goals in 26 seconds. Not a likely event, especially on a map that we know is kind of relatively easy to defend if you're trying to. You just kind of try and stay clumped in the middle. Looked like Red Eye just struggled a bit at deciding who was going for ball, who wasn't going for ball. There were a few times I saw more than one dedicating to saves as well. You know, I don't know if it's really had to do a lot with the map change. I mean, it could have definitely confused them a bit. But there were just a few like simple Rocket League mistakes.
I think Ohmydog there actually just blocked one of their own shots. Maybe just hoping to end the game a little bit faster here. So we'll be moving on to Retrotopia next, which I'm excited to see. Hey, Tequila's finally gets one in there. They get a point on the board. A consolatory goal, something to kind of help them with some momentum as they move forward onto the NASCAR map.
I believe it was actually a cheeky own goal.
Oh, they just putting it straight in there?
Yeah.
Man.
Having some fun. Everyone knows today's all about having some fun.
That's right. That's right. They're just having a good time. Maybe getting the Brazil set up, see if they get 3 in 5 seconds.
Or as Gibbs would say, maybe there's beef.
Beef, yeah, that's right. Just lots of beef. It's what's for dinner, folks. As the dude tries to push this one in, see if he can get one more in. Probably won't happen. Hey, Rez Hades almost got it. Can't quite get there, but we will move on to the donut map. If there's any map that's more different than this one, it's that one.
That couldn't be a more accurate sentence.
This one and that one.
That was a great sentence. But Ohmydog really just kind of playing consistent Rocket League. They were just rotating. It's kind of hard. There really isn't a meta for this map yet. No one's really played it enough. So I don't think they had any crazy tactics, at least not that I could tell, at least yet. Red Eye just kind of struggled in dedicating one person to certain jobs. They were just, a few people go for a save, a few people went for a clear, and it just left the net wide open.
Yeah, for sure. We saw Dedu playing well. He had 6 shots on net, blocked away by the 5 saves from Ohmydog. They did a good job. And he actually had some really, really good saves in net to block away a few of the excellent shots that Ohmydog was putting onto their net there. But they're all going to have to kind of step things up, change things up. And if there's, I mean, the map's going to change things up for them either way here on Retrotopia. So I'm excited to see if Red Eye can bounce back here in game number 2 before we get the Super Cubic game number 3. It's going to be an exciting series.
Super Cubic is chat's way of saying good luck.
Good luck. Have fun. It's going to be fun. GLHF all over the place. Which, Gibbs, cubes don't roll. I don't know why he said the cube rolling through the field. They bounce. Balls roll. Wheels roll. Things that are round roll. Cubes don't roll.
I had something very funny to say, but I'm going to save Gibbs on this one because it may have been past the threshold of our friendship being retained after my sentence. But either way,
I don't know. This is clearly a day for beef, right?
This is true. I like Retrotopia though. Retrotopia is what we call it. You can get some. I mentioned this a long time ago when I saw it in, like, I think it was, I don't know, a community event. You can pretty much shoot on the net, like, even previous in your own half. Like, you don't really notice it. You have a crazy angle, and those are pretty much the goals you often see go in from that you don't catch off guard. Like, if you just try and take it on the outside wall, like, it's one of the easiest things to defend. Yeah. Maybe you can pop it in and get a pass, but if you're taking a shot, like, from that midway mark, pretty much like where the ball sits on kickoff, or even a little closer, because you have, like, a ridiculous angle if you can pull it off. Yeah. I want to see one of those.
It'd be really, it's just one of the interesting things is that the distance between the goals on the inside versus the outside is like tenfold different. If you take that ball around the outside edge of this map, it's going to take you a very long time, where you can just, if you cut that middle area there, your ball is immediately in front of the enemy goal. Yeah. And so this is a very, very interesting way that you can play the ball if you know how to use that middle bump there. We'll see how these teams play this one out. Maybe this is Red Eye's secret weapon. As they play this one up on the wall, Rez Hades will play that one out to Dedu. Tries to play it over. They will shoot it around the corner as Turbo taking it towards the net. It's a lot who pops it away, but Rez Hades comes in, just going off the crossbar there. Tequila's in with the follow-up, goes off the post, and the third coming in again from Rez Hades. Excellent shots from Red Eye, and they take the first blood.
There's patience from Rez Hades right off the bat. We actually don't get to see it, but I like that he waited for Dogu to make the first hit. Patiently on the ground, knowing he was caught in a position. This map isn't very wide. You don't have a whole lot of places to clear it. So he knew Dogu was stuck in a place where he's going to have to put it down. Rez Hades took the first shot. His teammate took the next shot. Rez Hades was able to come in to finalize the goal.
And you saw after Dogu came in to try and help with the setup. Oh, and that one just rolls straight into the net. Turbo gets a nice easy one, and they've got a tie game.
This thing gets just caught some of the defense off guard a lot, getting an angle off that wall, and then Turbo hitting it off that little chunk. Yeah. Rez Hades not expecting it to bounce as high as it did. I think he thought it would hit a flat part of the ground, but it did not.
No, it was pretty unpredictable hit there. And you saw on that first kickoff, I was going to say, is Dogu, after he made the setup, just immediately just drives through the enemy goal into his own goal, back onto defense. It's one of the really cool things about this rotation is you can drive through that middle goal area, and just once you overcommit on offense, just drive a little bit, and all of a sudden you're back on defense. It's like you just kind of teleport to the back of the map.
You can overcommit all you want. Yeah. It really doesn't matter, because you're pretty much on defense immediately as soon as you take a shot.
Like, we've been joking about that only driving one direction strat, but I think it actually probably could work out pretty well. We'll see if they're able to pull it out here. As Dogu back passes towards his own half. It goes up into that middle area, and a lot will pop it back out. And now here comes Red Eye in the middle. 4 cars piled up. Tequila's gets it past the back line. Can they get this shot before they rotate in? There's the shot from Rez Hades, and it will be the lead back in favor of Red Eye.
I am actually impressed that Ohmydog were just miles from their own net. I can't even see. I'm on Rez Hades' camera. He's the furthest back on this team, and Ohmydog's still nowhere in sight. I think they just gave that up, or they all tried to go the other way and try and get through the net in time.
Yeah, he was like, let's just wrap around. It did not work out for him. They have an opportunity to tie it up right here. If a lock can get the angle, doesn't quite get a touch onto the ball, but 2 are kind of trapped in the back. This is you see Turbo kind of messing with the goalies, something we saw yesterday. Players driving through their own net while they're on offense and messing with the goalies, the team that's on defense. Very cheeky, clever strategy. Dedu gets that one over the top of Dogu. Turbo comes up and creates pressure on the outside. Now Dedu. Enemy territory. Backflips, and Turbo will try to just carry this one around his own goal. Oh my, drop this in a dangerous place. He does. Can they finish it off as Dedu pops it over again, and a lot will clear it away before Turbo's mistake bites them.
It is a little difficult to clear. You have to make sure you get either a really powerful touch or try and grind it up that sidewall, hit it towards the middle. Notice that when they hit it towards the inside of the field, no one's really prepared for that because everyone's kind of waiting for it to roll around that nice, wide, rounded edge.
Dogu puts it in the corner, and Turbo pops it out towards the middle of the field. A lot comes in to take the shot, but it goes just wide of the goal. 2:53 remaining. It's still a 1-point lead here for Red Eye as they look to tie up the series. A lot trying to just very lightly drop it in, but does not have an angle again. Now Rez Hades and Dedu up at midfield, getting it over the top of Turbo, who's able to flip just in the last moment to stop it in the middle and leave it for a lot, who comes up from the back, gets it up to Tequila's, puts it back to the middle. Dogu now kind of countering back and forth. Teams alternating touches here as they drop it towards the goal, cleared by Rez Hades, up to Dedu at midfield. Let's see if they can extend their lead. Now a lot. Solid clear into enemy territory. Dogu on the wall, tries to pass out a lot off the wall once more. Bounces off that inner wall, staying right here in front of the box of Red Eye. A lot with a nice shot, finally gets the angle he's been looking for all game and ties it up.
I was going to say, it's pretty difficult to catch somebody off guard, but right here we see Rez Hades go to net, He actually had a little too much faith in Dadu to get that touch. He starts to cheat in net. Turbo was actually behind him. I easily could have gotten the smack on him if he'd even tried to stay in net.
2:06 left in game number 2, and it's all tied up here. Ohmydog looking for their second win. Red Eye looking to tie the series at 1 apiece. Lot drops it back into the box. Tequila very patiently waits on this one, trying to dribble it up the field, get on that far wall. Dogu reads him and is able to take ball control and push it back down, but there's Dadu waiting for him. Counters on counters here, as the players just look at what each other is doing with it and get in position to take it from him. Dogu now on the wall, gets it past the incoming Tequilas up to midfield. He and a Lot moving up together. Gives over ball control and goes to block, but he misses Dadu, who's able to take it from a Lot, and now Turbo at middle. Watching this one, Rez Hades will beat him to it. Able to push it into the blue. 1:25 left. It's just back and forth right now. Both teams playing defensively, not allowing the other team any quarter.
I'm actually mind blown that Turbo was actually able to just dunk Tequila's hit. He had so much space to hit it. Tequila actually smacked it right at Turbo. That was impressive.
Turbo in the backfield here will be able to pass it up to a Lot on the wall, who gets a touch onto it to keep it in the air. Dadu shooting down towards Tequilas, who puts it right in the middle. A Lot tries to play it away, and Turbo will cut very, very quickly, able to push this one onto offense with a minute remaining. It's still tied up. Either team with opportunities here to take the win in game 2 as Dogu pushes it through Tequilas up to a Lot, who gets another touch just to give it more air, more time, and now Dogu wrapping this one around. Tequilas on the wall again, shutting him down. A Lot puts out in the middle. Turbo chose to take the shot, finds the goal, and there's the lead there for Ohmydog.
Couldn't get across the field, giving him a shot from the center. Hard to read and even harder to defend. He takes it just before it starts to peak over the middle bump, whatever we're gonna call that. We'll have to come up with a nice
hill.
A hill.
Yeah.
Hill sounds too scenic. Sounds too calm.
The middle rise.
This is Mayhem.
Yes.
Wait, Punk. This is Mayhem.
Mount Carnage. I don't know.
There you go. Almost hit Mount Carnage on the way down.
I like it. So let it be written. As Dadu pushes this one across midfield line with 30 seconds left, they have to play this one. They have to score. Get it out of their own half here. As Rez Hades plays it on the wall on the outside, taking the long path, and Dogu shuts him down, puts it back into the box. He's just going to continue to contest these at midfield, not allow anything to push outwards. Turbo shuts it down again. Tequila's now over the top, over to Dadu. He's going to bounce it off his top over to Rez Hades, but Dogu intercepts, keeps it here in the midfield, pushes it over deep into Red Eye territory, and as this one wraps down, it will touch the ground, and Ohmydog takes 2 games in a row.
Ohmydog looking good, trying to make it to the semifinals. They played well. I mean, they've just been playing just good, consistent Rocket League. All 3 of them have been making the hits they need. They've been spreading out. Since there really are no metas on these maps yet, they're just trying to do their best to cover as many options as possible. So they kept spread out throughout the field. They tried not to dedicate more than one person to it, and they tried to keep their mechanical skill up. They didn't have any whiffs.
I think Red Eye played it to the outside of the map a lot. We talked about at the beginning that's so much longer of a distance to the enemy goal, which gives the enemy more time to set up in their own net. If they had tried to play it over Mount Carnage a little bit more, they might have had a few more opportunities to be able to score. That's going to be a thing now. That's how memes are born, right? I don't know. Turbo pulls it with 5 shots and 2 goals. Again, the shots are a little bit skewed on these maps where the goals are right next to each other. Sometimes you can kind of get things in weird positions, but very excellent play there from Ohmydog. Always just able to pound that goal, keep it right there in front of the box. And now Red Eye's got their work cut out for them because Super Cubic's not going to do them any favors.
No. Honestly, Super Cubic is a little rough. You have to make sure you always pretty much have somebody back. You want to probably leave somebody in net because pretty much anything can happen at any given point. The Cube has a mind of its own. Literally, it just will bounce wherever it pleases. So I don't know what to tell him.
I mean, yesterday we saw Lichinio. Lichinio just sitting right in front, kind of sitting up in enemy territory, just waiting for the cube to pop down in front of him. He's like, okay, now I'm just going to shoot towards the net, And they did that over and over again. Was able to get a lot of goals in their cubic matches. So maybe if they just leave somebody up and kind of do like a 1-2, leave 1 up on offense and 2 back on defense, maybe that's an idea. I don't know. We'll see what they do here as Red Eye got their backs against the wall. They have to win all 3 in a row, and it starts with playing this cube game. As Dogu pounding this one towards the goal. It's all Ohmydog with ball control right now, or cube control. So a Lot tries to drop it through. It doesn't roll, it just bounces.
It flounders.
That's right. Tequila's.
I think floundering is a good one.
It's just Can we do voices for the cube? Oh man, it's right there in front of the goal. Tequila's with an opportunity blocked away by Turbo, and now Alot and Dogu looking to push it away, but Rez Hades gets all of that one, dropping it in a nice spot. Dogu will clear it away from his own goal, and right now we're seeing Red Eye with a nice bit of aggression, looking to score, get the first goal in game number 3.
No, and I think it's great and kind of difficult about the cube is it will almost never roll along the back wall, which is something that happens so much in standard Rocket League games, where it'll roll along the side and roll on the back wall.
Hey, look at that. Kind of an own goal there from Alot, but just, can you really blame him with the bounces?
He tried his best, but we see Rez Hades, or not, sorry, my apologies. We saw the last player for Ohmydog coming up, even though he saw 2 of his teammates up there. I guess maybe he didn't expect him to actually get a decent, accurate shot with that cube. But then all 3 players for Red Eye were just in their half.
First goal will go to Red Eye here as the first minute expires. Dadu going for a successful Spider-Man clear. And Dogu and Alot watching here in midfield. Dadu plays it down towards his own box. Tequilas will try to clear this one. It's a pretty decent hit and a nice pass out to the middle. He watches. It bounces high here as Rez Hades just tries to play it out, but it's Turbo who will be able to put it up in the corner. Ohmydog now looking to score as Alot takes the shot, gets it past the goalie, and it's a tie game.
This is what I mean. It's not going to roll along that back wall. It's always going to pop out, and this actually works perfectly right now. Alot following closely behind, maybe a little bit too close considering the sporadic bounces of that cube, but it worked out well in his favor.
It won't roll, but it might flounder on the back wall. We'll see if see which team is able to use these awkward bounces, get the lead here. It's all tied up. A play from Alot.
No way.
Oh, wow, that was actually a pretty decent shot, and Turbo will finish it off. There's the lead for Ohmydog.
I thought Dogu was going to get a cube redirect, and I would have just cut it off now, shut the stream off. We would have been done, but Turbo able to follow through, thankfully, after the first shot, which was still very good and accurate.
3:21 left on the clock, and a 1-goal lead for Ohmydog. They can hold on to this. They will take the series in an easy 3-0. So Alot drops this one down. Dogu over to the side. Alot's watching. Back passes to Turbo. Man, going for a back pass at cube is brave. Alot trying to shoot that one through. Turbo now with another shot towards the net. Gets it past Rez Hades, and there's a 2-goal lead.
It just keeps bouncing out in front of net, and they just keep taking shots. It's not getting contested. Dadu tried to get a decent hit, but with the edge of the cube that his car actually ended up smacking, it wasn't a big deal.
Getting that wiggle in there. Turbo using that DeLorean. Quick reversing. Bouncing around. Nice celebrations. I really hope some of these European teams give us some nice coordinated celebrations because the Americans let me down yesterday.
Yeah, do it for Waypoint. Make them happy.
Come on, man. Dogu and Turbo looking for the team aerial plays in Cubic. Man, they are perfecting this very quickly. Bounces out to middle. Opportunity for someone. If anyone can just move up and take a shot here, they just kind of want to bounce it up and down, play volleyball in the middle. Dogu pops it back out. Dadu will try to put it behind Dogu, but it's very difficult to do with the planes this ball gives you. Now Rez Hades taking it towards the goal. Turbo will clear it up, and Alot gets a redirect. Can they finish this one off? No. Dadu puts it over to the side.
Now the good thing that you can try and take out of Cubic is once it's in the air, though, it's not going to change its direction at all. So once you see a nice hard clear, if you can get it to get a nice arc, that's why we saw almost a pretty nasty redirect from Dogu earlier. But we're getting really good hard clears from Ohmydog, and that's why they're able to follow through and pass it to each other.
And Turbo put it over there. Alot able to get it across that midfield line, get it through 2 players. It's just Tequila's in the back, and he's a bit loose. Does not get a touch. He's able to keep it in the corner here as Turbo tries to cross it. Alot coming in very far from the back, looking for a crazy angle. Has it popped up, and the goal might be able to get the angle towards it. Can it go in? Will it bounce? Yeah, Turbo gonna finish it off. Turbo's dunked one in right there twice now.
This, it's interesting. Alot's getting that second touch and messing Tequila's up, not prepared for the bounce or the touch. It was a little more powerful than it looked like Dogu had. But, I mean, it is a super bouncy ball, so you have to be careful.
Come on, Red Eye, I just need you to score. I just need them to score 3 goals and just hold on here so we can get fisticuffs in Game 4. Because that would be so much fun. But Cubic might have to do at this point as Red Eye It's looking pretty rough here against Ohmydog, who's got that 3-goal lead. 1:30 left to go. It's looking kind of like game 1 on Pillars as Duduque props that one over. Tequilas goes to take the shot, but it goes a bit high. Can Duduque finish it off? He puts it towards the goal. No! Cleared away by Turbo, and Rez Hades is not able to get a final shot. Turbo 1v3 right now, getting this one all the way to the corner, popping it out towards the middle, and Duduque will shut it down before Alak can take another shot with 1:10 left to go. Turbo is very far in the backfield as Dogu and Alak continue to pressure Red Eye's goal. Red Eye's got to get this one out if they want to score.
Ohmydog is looking uncomfortably skilled right now with this cube.
They should, like, really, this is what you chose to practice? This is crazy. It's paying off for them right now. They're going to be able to advance on to the semifinals if they just hold on for 52 more seconds. Dogu continues to pressure. Alak popping that one high. And a demo actually comes out onto Tequilas, but Duduque will be able to pressure this one over into the blue. 40 seconds, 3 goals needed. It's becoming ever more grim for Red Eyes. Red Hades able to put one in. They only need 2 more.
Red is able to follow through. I mean, 2 more in 34 seconds. Who knows what's going to happen as well? But we did just see every single player from Red Eye in that corner, and they managed to not pay for it. But I guess that's what happens when the ball is a cube.
That's right. And who knows? Maybe cube quick offs are more of a thing. Let's watch what happens here. Nope, it's going to be Turbo pulls it. Gets all of that one as the Red Eye players are a bit late to the kickoff. Now the ball back there in the box. Tequila plays it off the wall. What a bounce to send it across the field to do. Trying to beat Turbo there. Will not be able to get there as Turbo pops it across that midfield line. Back passes to Alak, just trying to keep cube control away from Red Eye. Tequila's on the wall. Crosses it far to the corner. If they could put this one in and get a kickoff, that might work out here. Rez Hades trying to wrap this one around. Have an opportunity. Nope, going to get shut down by Dogu. It's going to touch the ground, and that is going to be the quick 3-game series from Ohmydog, shutting down Red Eye.
Ohmydog picked up on the physics of cube pretty quickly. I really enjoyed seeing it. They noticed if you got nice lofty passes up in the air, it wasn't going to change much, so you're able to pass it to each other, but they also knew how to somehow touch the super bouncy ball slightly and touch it towards each other without letting it smack off the wall. Whereas Red Eye kind of had to play the reactive game. They had to try and get the hard clears, but then it was harder for them to react to their own touches. But overall, Ohmydog just kind of had a much more consistent and solidified games throughout the entire series.
Yep, nope. Turbo played very, very well in all 3 games that we saw him play. Those 2 dunks that he was able to put in right in the corner, like to see them pull off similar plays multiple times in cube physics tells us, says exactly what you were saying just about they were just able to figure out how do we use this ball? Well, let's just put it up in the air where it doesn't change, and then it's more like what we're used to. So they played very, very well. Very impressive stuff there from Ohmydog. They will move on in the tournament. Thanks to Red Eye for playing, but they got to go home for this week. We'll be sending it back over to the analyst desk. Guys, tell us what you saw.
Thanks, Wavepunk and Findable Carpet. Congrats to Ohmydog taking out Red Eye 3-0. Very impressive showing. They're going to be advancing on to play against Market Aces in the next round. But let's take another look at that replay to see exactly how Ohmydog was able to get business done there.
My magical prediction powers don't cross oceans, Lawler. Well done by you. And it was just all of Ohmydog all day today.
Yeah, a lot of it came down to all members of the team getting involved. Dogu started off early, and then Turbo Pulsa really had a breakout performance.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there with the breakout. I don't care, though. Turbo's the man, except he was on a DeLorean, so you might have messed up there. But his wheels, it's because his wheels turn. It really helps.
Definitely
it. But the cube game by Ohmydog was really well done, which is surprising because it's cube. But maybe that'll help them later on with the Twitch chat because they are definitely fan favorites.
Yeah, we talk about how these guys need to adapt, and it's nice to see the pro teams play at that pro level in the aspect of not only every single week, but when there's mutators and other things involved, you see how quickly they can adapt and adjust accordingly. Like, that cube is not easy to predict.
Yeah.
But I did predict them 3-0, didn't I? Like,
you did. That's a nice hat. I don't know where you got it from.
I may have stolen it from your inventory.
Wear my hat, smack it off my head.
What do we do about this? I don't know what to do about that.
It doesn't look as good on him, obviously.
I agree.
I think they just got used to it on you, so.
I think everything looks better on me. But,
Let's take a look at the updated bracket for the European region. Of course, with that victory, Ohmydog advances on to the semifinals. They're going to be facing off against Market Aces. That'll be a few matches from now. Of course, next up, we're going to get to the lower bracket, or the lower part of the bracket, I should say. Reunited Precision Z, Northern Gaming, and Summit.
I was talking to Doomsday a lot. He is super excited for this mid-season Mayhem. He's got his GIF game on strong. So we'll see how it goes for him. But that should be a good match. It's a good... those teams battle it out really well all the time. I expect 5 games there.
Yeah, both those teams are always back and forth. It's one way or the other. Reunited, I feel, will have a lot of fun with it, knowing Doomsy. I'm sure he's up to some crazy antics. But yeah, close match either way. Both those guys are going to go crazy.
Yep. The next match, again, Reunited versus Precision Z. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for you to head on over to the Twitch chat and look out for the straw poll to vote on the arenas these teams will be playing on, and of course the mutator settings that will be used. So go vote right now, because during the break we're going to be accumulating your votes, and then we're going to find out what's going to happen with Reunited and Precision Z. We don't know what's going to happen. That's what makes the mid-season Mayhem so awesome. Again, no implications on league play for Season 2 of RLCS, but still $10,000 on the line for these teams. So they're all going to be playing their hardest. So we're going to take a quick break here from the Rocket League Championship Series mid-season Mayhem. We'll see you in a bit.